Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Aries. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. Also, it's timeless. So this could be in relation to circumstances that took place in your past, things that are currently taking place in your present circumstances, or things that may come in the near future or even beyond. So it's important to be aware of that. However, I feel like this message will be brought to your awareness when it's time for you to receive it. Now, with regards to the spread, I'll be using each of these 3 oracle decks. So we'll start with the Dark Mirror, jump over to the Angelarium, get one from the Moonology deck, and then we'll pull a few cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot as well. So, Aries, let's see what shadow aspects are being revealed at this time for you. Now, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means so much to me to have your continued support, and it really helps me reach a wider audience of those who would also benefit from these insights. So I really appreciate your engagement and your support. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed when your next reading goes live on the channel. If you would like a personal reading with myself, you'll find the information in the description box below. If you would like to join my Patreon, you'll find the link there also, where you can get access to tarot videos that you cannot find anywhere else. They're exclusive, as well as spiritual guidance videos and much more. Okay. I can't believe this card is coming out again. Oh my gosh, it's been coming out so much lately with the shadow work readings. But yeah, Aries, you have gilded regret. I feel like so many people are in this state of introspection, and you're no different, Aries, if this reading applies to yourself, right? You're looking back on things from the past and wishing that perhaps you had approached them differently, that you hadn't done what you did, that you said what you feel you should have said, whatever it is, right? It's like this real feeling of I shouldn't have given what I gave, or I should have gave more, right? There is some regret there of having possibly done something or not having done something that was required of you at the time. But I feel like this is more about something you feel you did that didn't honor your truth, or something you did that you felt like, in some way you shouldn't have done it because it didn't yield the results that you wanted, or something along those lines, right? So you're looking back at something with a little bit of bitterness, I'm seeing, right? And I'm not sure what that's in relation to. I'm wondering if you got this card in your last shadow work reading. It might be worth checking that out, but yeah, there's something that you're struggling to release. There's still some bitterness when it comes to some situation from the past, right? Perhaps you feel you were wronged and, you didn't act accordingly, right? That you didn't say your piece, that you didn't have your day in court when someone wronged you. It can play out in many different ways, and it's going to be different from each person. But I just feel like you're looking back and there's some anger or resentment or just bitterness for, not having done something, or for having done something, I don't know. And thinking you shouldn't have done that, it was a waste of your time. I don't know, something along those lines. But we'll see as we go along. Wow, so from the Angelarium deck, Aries, you just got the card Faniel, Angel of Truth, right? So you're coming to realize certain things. I feel like maybe as well this shadow perspective that you have is very much rooted in your fears, and obviously the energy of regret, feeling like, it's kind of like kicking yourself for something that you cannot change either way, regardless of however that plays out in your situation. You're kicking yourself for something you can't change. The situation has passed, it's in the past, it is no more, right? So whatever this is in relation to, it's already done, but you're still kicking yourself about it. And I feel like soon you'll come to understand why things played out the way they did, what valuable insight and experience you gained from the situation, what it's leading to in your near future. You know, it's making you very clear on what you want and what you don't want, right? It's allowing you to step into your space of inner truth. I feel like this situation, whatever it was, however difficult or painful it may have been, it was absolutely necessary to help you reach the path that you're currently on and for the trajectory that you're moving towards, right? So soon you'll come to see the reality of the situation, the truth, your inner truth regarding this situation, and why it was necessary for things to kind of go the way they did, right? But now you're receiving the torch. Now it's up to you to determine how you now go about your life, knowing this truth, knowing why it went the way it did, and having this awareness that you now have, right? So it's like you've been given the torch. What are you going to do with that knowledge, right? The torch is essentially the knowledge in this case, right? So what are you going to do with that? How will you carry that forward? How will that affect the decisions that you make, right? So I'm going to go to the booklet to give you the signs for this, because I don't remember them all off the top of my head. But the sign for Faniel is wine, a torch, a bleeding eye. Wine, a torch, a bleeding eye. So any of those signs could have a significant relevance to you at this time. You may see it and there'll be something about it that just holds your attention. It's for a reason, because you're having this download or this clarity, sense of clarity when it comes to the situation as it really is, right? Or how you're now perceiving it compared to how you have been perceiving it, right? So either way, I feel like this change of perception and really getting to the heart of your own inner truth, you'll be able to move forward. You will not be held back by this energy of the past, right? So let's take a look at the Moonology deck. Oh, that just went flying out. So the card you got from here, this came out like literally just like flying across the room. Nothing will come out of this situation. Void of course, moon, right? So this is it. It's like you can look back and cling on to the past and choke it to death all you want, but essentially it's not going to help you move forward, right? You have the insight that you needed. It's time to move on, to release the past for good, right? Because if you keep, if you energetically focus on what happened with this energy, all you're going to do is create more friction and less opportunities of abundance, more restrictions for yourself, more mental anguish, anxiety, stress. It's not good for you, right? It's very unhealthy to be in that situation, in that mindset, right? Because it's not even a situation at this point. It's just the mindset you're carrying around a past situation. So the best thing you can do is just free yourself from that and understand that things will work out in the highest good of all, right? Give it time. And if this is regarding a significant connection, perhaps a family connection, an ex-partner, something of that nature, who knows? You may be able to reconcile in the near future if you are at odds or you're not in communication. Or, this person, if you feel like this person wronged you in some way and you gave a lot to the situation and things were very unbalanced, maybe this person will come and reach out to you and try and make amends in their own time, but it's not something you can force. And if you lash out at this person, all you're going to do is create more friction and more distance. So the best thing you can do is just free yourself from it and just let whatever be, right? Whatever it will be, just let it be. And I'm pretty sure, once you do that, things are really going to pick up for you, especially energetically. You're not going to feel lethargic anymore. You're not going to be exhausted. You're not going to be tired and unable to rest because you're freeing up that energetic flow within yourself, right? So it's really, really important. It has a very, very strong impact on your well-being, right? Being caught up in this energy for too long. So the best thing you can do is just release, let it go. It's a message that's been coming through very strongly for the collective as well. And I'm not surprised with I believe Mars is in retrograde in your sign right now. So obviously, yeah, you're having to, rather than just be like a bull in a china shop and just charging forward regardless of the consequences, you're having to take steps back and let it go, right? It's like a very opposite energy to what you're used to. So that's why I feel like for you in particular, Aries, this one's a bit of a challenge because you're experiencing it like the most profoundly out of all the signs, right? And it's a very different pace than what you're used to. Everything is slowing down, and that's why you're going in more. And you know, but the problem with that is you're just getting too caught up in the shadow. So you need to come back up for air, you know, see the light at the end of the tunnel. Here we are, here's you seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And know that, yes, you are going through a bit of a transformation still at this time, and you are being formed into the energy of the King of Wands, right? Someone who is more than capable, that's confident, that knows that things will all pan out in their highest good, and that they have absolute faith in the universe and their ability to manifest what it is that they truly desire. So, yeah, there's nothing to fear, Aries, okay? I don't know the situation you're navigating or the feelings exactly. I know it's something that meant a great deal to you at one time, so it's never easy, but I feel like it's important to be aware that whatever is happening for you at this time is unfolding for your highest good. Divine timing is a huge factor here, so you have to be aware of that also. Okay. So, let's go to the tarot. So the first card you have is the Nine of Wands, fire energy, your energy, along with Sagittarius and Leo. So it's a case of, yeah, you've been overcoming certain challenges. It's been full on, you know. You've been going through every trial and, you know, every obstacle, every hurdle that you can think of. It's been an uphill battle, right? It really is. And it has been. But you are seeing the light. Like I said, the light at the end of the tunnel is in sight. So the best thing you can do is keep moving forward and knowing that you have the resilience, you have the resolve, you have the strength, and you have the determination to get to the other side, right? That you can do this. And that's why I'm not surprised that with this being here in this position, that you have the Nine of Cups right next to it, okay? Water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And you see how they both have the moon at the top. This is what I'm talking about. It's like you're facing your physical hurdles, you're battling your own inner demons, you're processing all of your emotions that you feel that are attached to this energy, right? So you're going through a huge catharsis, right? But also healing process. You're going through a massive healing process right now. So it's always going to be a bit messy. It's going to take a bit of time, but you're well on your way, right? You're doing the work, which is the important thing. And with the 2 nines there, that tells me like it's elevating your consciousness as well. It's elevating your perception. You're going through a dark night of the soul, and as such, you are being spiritually lifted as a result of that. So that's why I was saying that this was necessary. It's a part of your spiritual awakening, this whole situation. Next card you have is the Seven of Wands. Fire energy again, your energy. So I feel like it's a case of, you know, you have to pick and choose your battles, because at this point, who are you fighting, right? Who are you fighting at this point? Are you fighting yourself? Are you fighting whoever's tied to this situation from the past? Are you fighting the universe? Like, understand that you are not at war with anyone at this time, only yourself, right? So the best thing you can do is really focus on getting into alignment, you know, expressing and tapping into what feels to be your inner truth in the situation, what you feel is right for you to help you move forward. Regardless of what anyone else thinks or what anyone else wants, you have to consider what you want, right? And put your best foot forward towards that manifestation, right? So you really need to take some time to hone in on exactly what it is that matters most to you at this time, and what it is you want to manifest. What is at the heart of the matter? What is it that you truly desire, right? Being completely just coming from an objective heart space where fear isn't in the way, rationale isn't in the way. If you just express what's in your heart, what do you see, right? If you tap into your heart space, what is it that you see as being your heart's desire? Whatever that is, that needs to be the focus, right? Next card is the Queen of Swords in reverse, Mother of Swords. So that's air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You could be dealing with an air sign here, someone who has very prominent air placements in their chart. I feel like maybe you were giving to a situation, possibly with an air sign, who were not giving back, right? That you were willing to, put the work in, put the effort in, even though you've been going through a lot, even though you've had a lot of big changes, right? Especially when it comes to your environment and some of the connections you've had, some of the hurdles you've had to face in order to make positive changes, as well as process a lot of emotions from things from your past. I feel like you were still willing to extend yourself, possibly in a romantic connection or possibly towards a mother figure, right? Someone who was your maternal mother, or someone that you feel was a guide to you, or someone that was like a guardian, right? Someone that you felt took care of you growing up or was a great support to you growing up, that you were trying to maybe bridge some distance between this person and yourself, or you're trying to start a new relationship or connection, but they were not extending like you were extending, right? They were standoffish, they were cold, they were distant. Maybe one minute they'll be available and the next, they would retreat and tell you that, this is not what it is, right? There was some change in dynamic, I feel, and that's why you're regretting your choice to even extend yourself, because it wasn't easy for you to do that. It's like, I really put myself on a limb for this person and they're not even reciprocating. Like, they're not even giving me their attention, their full attention at this point, to even find out where I stand, if they want to mend this or if they want to start something. This person is just being very cold, non-communicative, very guarded. And I feel like they're just not available, is what I'm getting from this. They're just not available. Because if she was in the upright, I'd say, okay, yeah, she's guarded, but it's because of her experiences. She has a lot of insight, a lot of self-awareness, so she's just being methodical about it. But with it being in reverse, it's like this person's not even showing up. They're not even there. They're not even available, right? They're completely detached. And there's like no passion in it, no interest, there's no expression at all from this person. It's like a block of ice, And I'm not sure why that is, but that's what I'm getting with this. So obviously that's been very challenging for you, especially because you are very passionate, right, in all that you do. So that can be very tough, especially if it is like a family member that you're in conflict with, or that's just, gone AWOL and isn't really, isn't turning up for you, isn't showing up at all, isn't making any effort. That's really hard, If it's a new connection, okay, yeah, it sucks, but you can kind of give yourself a bit of time and you'll bounce back. But when it's a family member, that's really difficult. So yeah, I can understand why you would be looking back like, why did I even try again? Like, honestly, it's always me putting the effort in, And yeah, but it's asking you to just release that and just let whatever be. If this person makes the effort, awesome. Let them make the effort. Don't keep trying if this air sign or, whoever this cold person is, detached person is, doesn't make any effort in your direction, right? And then next, with the potential outcome, you have the Ten of Wands. Fire energy, your energy. So this is you basically giving up the burden, because bearing in mind, you got the 9 here at the beginning of the reading. So I feel like you're taking all these steps forwards, making significant strides, right, towards a specific goal, an outcome. You wanted some kind of reconciliation with a family member or some kind of new connection with someone, right? and you were like processing a lot of emotions. You were still healing, but you were still putting your best foot forward, right? And you were like, I thought this is what I wanted, but from what I'm seeing now, maybe it's not, right? Maybe this isn't right. How can I truly know that if this person isn't even giving me anything to work with, right? So I feel like you're just at a point where you're willing to give up. You're willing to just drop the burden of it all because it's tiring, it's draining, it's affecting you, right? So it's like, you know, if this is not happening, then what can I do? You know, nothing will come out of the situation. So it's a case of just surrendering it to the divine and let whatever be for you come to the forefront. But I feel like you are getting a download here that this wasn't the right time, or this wasn't the right connection, or this wasn't the right approach, right? That this person has to be willing to extend themselves, and if they're not there with you, then now is not the time, or this isn't the right connection. If it's with a family member, I feel like, yeah, it's kind of like accepting whatever be will be. You may never get the outcome you want with this person. You may never get the reconciliation you want, or you'll never see them make the effort that you always hoped that they would make, right? So you have to be at peace with it. So I feel like that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to just let go and be whatever is as it is, right? Just let it be for what it is, as it is, and see, you know, if anything changes with that in the future. But regardless, you're understanding that you can't put your life on hold because someone isn't doing their bit, right? You need to keep moving forward regardless. So Aries, I really hope this helps anyway. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget the notifications bell. And yeah, I know it's a tricky one because it's really hard when you're not getting anything at all from the other person. But like I say, the best thing you can do now is focus on you, actually, and reconsider what it is that you truly want at this time. Because if it's just having a really deep soul level connection, then perhaps you will find that elsewhere. If it's about rekindling and, you know, reconciling with a family member, rekindling the connection, you know, the bond, you know, especially the maternal bond is what I'm getting here, then that's going to take time, and you need to just leave it up to the universe and wait for this person to be ready to take action towards you, right? So anyway, sending you lots of love, Aries, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.